The crystals you asked for can only be found in caverns deeper than 500 meters underground. Here, have a look for yourself. As for the people you asked me to take along, they almost all got lost in a cave. Out of my sense of duty as a guide, I brought them all back. Next time, just save the trouble and let me go alone. Indeed. Well done. No wonder he's the best. I wouldn't dare to go more than 200 meters down into a cavern like that.
I wonder how much he made this time.
Whoa, it really does sound like a super amazing guide. Do you think you could get some pointers from him, Mualani? Who knows, maybe he could save us some trouble on our trip to the mysterious island.
Ko'olo always treats his experience like trade secrets. He never tells anyone anything about being a guide.
Oh, okay.
But one day, I'll also be able to reach the island.
That's him, right? Do you really think you'll be able to get his help?
Allow me to do the talking. You must be the top guide of your tribe. I have a commission that I hope you'd be willing to consider.
That guy sure looks familiar. Oh, aren't those two the scholars from Sumeru who were bitten by the Koholosaurs? They also wanted to go to the mysterious island, right? Seems they finally realized that they need a guide.
A commission? Since you've obviously heard about my abilities, have you also happened to hear about my rates? If you're not intimidated by the price, then we can talk.
Yes, I've looked into everything I need to know. As long as the trip is a success, then the commission fees won't be a problem.
Oh? And where is it you want to go?
The mysterious island.
Just as Paimon thought.
But first, please don't misunderstand. I'm no tourist. I wish to visit the real place.
You hear that? He wants to go to the island.
In that case, Ko'olo's the only one for the job. But the journey to the island requires a lot more than just a guide, right?
Since you want to visit the real mysterious island, then I'm sure you've also heard about the requirement for our trip, right?
Yes, I know. According to the legend, only those who are willing to entrust their lives to one another will be able to reach the island together. I must reach that island, even if that means putting my life in someone else's hands. I have made up my mind.
Don't waste your words on me. The way I see it, the requirement is just a way to weed out those who do not have the skills to reach the island by themselves.
You...
You say you'd put your life in somebody else's hands? Ridiculous. Even if someone were to trust me with their life, they'd just be another burden. Let's look at it the other way around. Why would I place my life in the hands of someone whose abilities are far below mine? That is what the legend is really hinting at here. Many guides in the tribe have received commissions like this, only to end up bogged down by their incompetent clients long before reaching the destination. How do you think I reached the mysterious island? I made it because I chose to go alone.
Well, I'm different. I'm no ordinary tourist.
That doesn't make much of a difference to me. You'll give up halfway at best, which is a waste of my time. And a waste of your commission fees. I can tell you're just looking to explore something new. If that's the case, then you can find another guide in the tribe. For example... new student, over there.
What's up with that guy's attitude? Paimon takes back everything nice she said about him.
I have things to do now. Goodbye.
Hold on, Ko'olo.
What's wrong? I'm only introducing a potential client to you because I know you're a teacher. In fact, I'd say it's quite the opportunity.
Never mind that for now. I don't agree with your views on the island. Uncle New taught me that...
I know. You're just the same as him. You both obviously hope to prove yourselves, but still think that you have to follow the legend to the letter, waiting for a cumbersome client to find you before even trying to set off.
Mualani?
The rare ores I brought back are proof that I've been to the island. But as for New, where's his proof? Why don't you wait until he's actually found the island before you start using his views to refute me?
I'm really sorry. I just wanted to take you to see what the excitement was all about. I wasn't planning on getting into an argument with him again.
That Colo seemed to harbor some kind of grudge against you, Mualani. Or maybe your teacher.
I know. Quite an impressive achievement for my teacher, huh? Even the best guide in the tribe can't stop talking about him.
Oh, Paimon thought you'd be more upset.
Of course not. Uncle Nu has also argued with Ko'olo before. I've already heard the same words several times now. But it's hard to prove anything to him unless you've actually been to the island. That's right. It's just that I've always seen the journey as something super important and not to be taken lightly. I was really surprised when you asked me to be your guide today. After telling you about all the dangers with such a serious face, I didn't make you think that you're causing me trouble, did I?
Actually, Paimon did think about taking our invite back.
No, please don't do that. Actually, that is also a part of what Uncle Nu taught me as a guide. The difficulty of the trip is the very first thing that needs to be clearly laid out to the group. If you want a chance of reaching the destination together, you must first reach a consensus on the amount of effort that will be required. I always felt that my teacher is no less skilled than Ko'olo. But Uncle Nu has never been to the island, so Ko'olo always uses that to push us down. So, as Uncle Nu's student, I've always wanted to complete the trip to prove his skills. It's a pity that I've never had the chance.
But don't you have that chance now, Mualani? If you'd agree to be our guide, we're completely willing to trust you with our lives. With the help of the renowned traveler and her trusty companion, you'll definitely be able to find the mysterious island. Then you can come back and teach that Ko'olo a lesson.
Oh, Paimon. Come on, bring it in.
Aw, you're making Paimon blush.
Alrighty then. If we're gonna go, we should start preparing right away. I've already had the plans for this trip written out for some time. Come with me.
Oh, it's that scholar guy. Paimon almost forgot he was still here.
Scholar guy? My name is Varamdra. Please use it.
I didn't expect to see you again, Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, and it's that lady too. Hello again.
Excuse me, Miss Guide. Since we've been referred to you, would it be okay for us to join your journey?
I'm Mualani. Just call me by my name. As for whether or not you can come along, I'm sure you've already heard the requirements. We've only just met, and I'm not sure you're cut out for this trip. The path to the mysterious island is a grueling one.
Oh.
I admit that after coming to Natlan, I've encountered many things outside of my field of expertise. It's understandable you're worried that we'll slow you down. So how about this? We'll set off with you as ordinary travel companions, and I'll pay you the usual commission fees. But we won't officially be your clients. In other words, you needn't shoulder the responsibility of being our guide. And even if something were to happen to us, your reputation as a guide won't be tarnished as a result. How does that sound?
If you accompany us, then you are a member of the team. I could never agree to such a careless deal. Oh, don't tell me you think I'm the same kind of person as Ko'olo.
So you still refuse? Fine. Kariel, put the Mora for the return trip in your backpack. Without a guide, the road ahead may be dangerous, so please don't follow me.
Varamdra?
Now he wants to go alone? Why is this guy so obsessed with that island?
Wait! Please don't do this in front of a guide. I can't let a tourist go on some dangerous journey all alone. Even my sweet mom would give me a harsh scolding if I ever let you do that.
I'm so sorry for the trouble. Really.
Don't say that. Although it'd be inappropriate to bring along two strangers I just met, there is another solution. How about this? Let's meet up tomorrow morning at the monument near the tribe's southeastern slope. I'll see you there.
So you've decided to accept my offer?
No. My plan is to use some of our time together to turn you from strangers into friends. The kind we can trust with our lives.
That's your plan? Very well, then.
Wonderful. On behalf of both Verandra and I, thank you so much.
Pretty sure only Mualani could come up with a plan like that.
We need to get started on our preparations. Come with me. Hey, Alapha. I've got some business for you.
We've been over this before. The name's Yellowfath.
I know. It's just that Lapha sounds so much cuter.
Well, since you're the customer here, I guess whatever floats your boat.
I need a camping tent with all the accessories. Only the best you've got.
Another commission, huh? Just so you know, a full tent according to your standards is gonna be pricey. Is your client covering the bill?
How much are we talking?
Don't worry about the costs. I'll take care of it.
Oh, but that's not right.
Ahem. Let's make this clear, Traveler and Paimon. We're not working together like this is a hired commission, are we?
Oh, no! We're traveling as close friends who trust each other with anything.
That's what I thought. Honestly, I can be a little picky when it comes to camping equipment, and I don't want my friends to be paying for me. But don't worry, it's not that expensive. We're ready, Lapha.
Your total is 200,000 mora.
Isn't that still a lot for you, Mualani?
Just imagine us in the wilderness, okay? We can either sleep out in the open, tired and weary, or simply spend a week's worth of pocket money and completely solve that problem. I'd say that's a great deal.
You call that a week's worth of pocket money? Are you rich, Mualani?
That's not important. We still need to buy some equipment from another store. Come with me. Afternoon, Uncle On.
You call me uncle, but I'm old enough to be your grandfather, you know.
Because you're still young, Uncle On. Hey, can you help me find something kinda rare? I can negotiate the price. What do you say?
All right. What are you looking for?
A record player. Specifically, the kind that's convenient to take camping.
Ah, that model is pretty rare indeed. I thought it'd be nice to keep it as a prized collectible in the shop.
Uncle On.
Just don't break it, okay? I'll even buy it back from you when you're done with it.
Thanks, Uncle On.
A record player? Does that mean we need to buy some records too?
Yep, and that's our next stop. Hey, Paka Paka.
Mualani? Have you finally decided to release a record of your own?
You'd be the first I'd sign with if I ever did, but not today. I just want to buy a record. The one you've been keeping from customers and listening to in secret?
That's a pretty rare record, you know? Besides, I haven't even finished listening to that one yet.
Maybe I can think of a way to connect you with a friend from the Masters of the Night Wind to release a record.
Whoa, then we could produce some really wild tunes. You've got a deal.
Nice. That's the record also accounted for.
What do we need it for anyway?
Well, I asked a friend from the Masters of the Night Wind for some advice once, and apparently, playing this song at night is an effective way to keep travelers safe and sound.
Is that really a thing? Well, if it doesn't cost much, that's a nice way to make the trip a little more pleasant.
You know how it goes, Mualani. 20,000 mora for this record. That's the best I can do.
Deal.
Looks like Milani really is rich.
That should be about everything we need to buy. Next is... Ooh, I'm getting kind of nervous.
What's wrong, Mualani?
Next, I need to find my teacher and get the map to the island. Besides the legend left by the first chief, there's also a map. Well, not just a regular map, it's more like a treasure map. It's full of strange symbols, almost like it's a part of a big puzzle. Guides must draw from their experience to decipher the map's meaning and understand the route. The chief made several copies of the map and distributed them to the first members of the tribe. The copies were to be passed down to future generations, so usually a teacher will pass their copy to their student. Which brings us to today. The day I officially ask Uncle Nu for his copy of the map.
Whoa. Hearing that is also making Paimon feel a little nervous. Sounds like it must be a pretty serious moment.
Yes, but the thought of having you two by my side somehow makes me feel a lot better. We won't let Uncle Nu down, right?
That's right! Let's go and find him together!
Afternoon, Uncle Nu. I have a big surprise for you.
A surprise? Then you must be here to finally pick up the map.
You saw right through me, as always.
Did you forget that you had mentioned these two to me before? The ones who went to the Night Kingdom with you. In some sense, you could say that you've already trusted each other with your lives. It's just that my feelings are a little complicated now.
Huh?
Do you think that I'm still not ready yet, Uncle Nu?
No, I believe you are the best guide in your generation. It's just that I'm not ready yet. After all, the journey to the mysterious island is no easy feat for any guide of the people of the Springs. I'm still a little worried.
Don't worry. With our help, Mualani will definitely be able to find the mysterious island.
Yeah. This time I'll definitely be able to prove that Ko'olo is no better than Uncle Nu.
Don't misunderstand. Since you've made up your minds, I won't try to stop you. It's just... Please listen to your teacher's words once more, Mualani. Our mission as guides has never been to prove anything. There is only one thing we must do. Guide tourists safely to their destination.
I understand, Uncle Nu.
In that case, you may have the map. Also, take this with you.
What is it?
It's a talisman. Take good care of it. You must return it to me when you get back from the mysterious island.
Was this made with spinel fruit? For some reason, this doesn't look like a regular spinel fruit to me.
Right, which is precisely why it's so effective.
You really know me best, Uncle Nu. All right. Traveler and Paimon, tomorrow we'll set off. Make sure you get some good rest tonight.
Yay! Paimon can't wait for another adventure!
Traveler, Paimon, over here!
You're here, Mualani! Oh, and those strange scholars are here too!
Good morning, you two.
Morning!
So when are we leaving?
Seems you're as excited as a child before the start of our journey.
I just want to get down to business as soon as possible. You know this is no leisurely spring stroll, so I hope we can all act a little more professional.
Don't worry, I'm a very professional guide. Our journey to the mysterious island has officially begun.
Yay!
First, do you all see the statue here?
Uh-huh. Is it an important clue?
Well, no, it's not a clue at all. He was the first chief of the people of the Springs who came back from the mysterious island and set up this place. It's a monument. The first thing we need to do before we set off is to touch the statue and pray to our ancestors. This will make our journey to the mysterious island smoother.
Is there any theoretical basis to support that claim?
A theoretical basis? No, but my teacher taught me it's an essential step before heading to the mysterious island. Very good. You didn't try to argue with me over something that you aren't knowledgeable about. That's very professional of you.
Sure, but since this practice doesn't have an empirical basis, I won't be able to include it in my thesis.
Come on, everyone. Greetings to my ancestors. As your descendant, I'm about to follow in your footsteps and witness your accomplishments. Allow me to depart under your gaze and return under your protective watch.
It really feels like we're about to embark on a great adventure!
Now, please get ready. We're going to look for the first clue.
Speaking of which, where should we look for the clue?
At a place where many gather. Like a party.
Huh? Wow, there are a lot of Kaholosaurs here!
As expected, the first clue is related to the Kaholosaurs.
When people from outside the tribe get a copy of the map, most can deduce that the first clue is related to the Kaholosaurs. But they often end up looking in the wrong direction. When the first chief created the map, he left a special mark for this part. It's a code that the tribe uses to indicate a herd of them. So it'll be impossible to gain any leads from just finding one or two stray Kaholosaurs.
You're a real pro at this, Mualani!
But according to the information I've been able to find, Kaholosaurs don't like gathering as herd unless it's to compete for the hot springs.
So let me tell you a secret that only a guide from the people of the springs would know. It so happens that wild Kaholosaurs periodically gather in the valley up ahead. It's almost like how our tribe gathers together for festivals. Still, as soon as the season changes, the herd quickly disperses again. Unless you're a guide who's always running across Natlan, it would be very rare to ever witness such a thing.
This is a thing? I need to note this down right away and include an explanation as a part of my thesis.
According to what I've deciphered from the map, a clue is hidden deep in that valley.
But to get there, won't we have to get through the herd of Kaholosaurs?
We'll have to think of a way to sneak past without startling them. They're gathering together with their friends, so I'm sure they don't want to be disturbed.
You mean we're going to have to walk through the Kaholosaur herd? That feels a little...
Given we've agreed to work together, everyone should do their part. However, Karia has been attacked by Kaholosaurs before, so this isn't an ideal plan for her. But it shouldn't be a problem at all for me. Let's have Karia wait here, and I'll take over all the tasks that were supposed to be entrusted to her.
No worries. We don't need everyone to go. We actually need someone to stay and look after the luggage, so we'll leave that to you two. Traveler, Paimon, please come with me.
Is that so? Then that works out perfectly.
And now I understand how much you care for your assistant scholar. Follow me and stay close. Oh no, we've been spotted. Let's back off and try again.
These Kaholosaurs sure seem on guard. We'll never get through.
Given you've already used the information provided by the map to deduce that the clue is in that valley, why don't you simply chase them away? You're pretty strong, aren't you?
First of all, the elders of the tribe have always warned us to never hurt the Kaholosaurs. Doing so will almost certainly bring bad luck. And secondly, you can't just show up and intrude on others' gatherings, much less make them leave. That's just terrible.
But on what basis?
Okay. So can we figure out another way to enter the valley?
There must be a way to enter the valley without startling them. It'd take a while for me to come up with a solution on my own, so I'd like to ask everyone to help come up with some ideas.
Let Paimon think. Oh, is there a detour or another way around?
According to the map, the clue is right in the middle of the Kaholosaur herd. Even if we try to approach from the other side, we'll just run into the same problem.
This is tricky.
Karya, I've noticed that you only talk when you're trying to help smooth things over between Varamdra and the others. I'm sure you must have some ideas of your own, so why don't you share them with us?
Me? All right. When Varamdra decided to look for leads on the Kaholosaurs, I wanted to help, and so I also looked up some information about the creatures. I discovered something very interesting. We thought that the Kaholosaurs relied on their hearing to track their prey, but they also possess a very keen sense of smell. But I'm not sure how...
Oh, that was actually very useful, Miss Karya.
You can just call me Karya.
In that case, please stay here and keep an eye on the luggage. Traveler, Paimon, come with me. I've got an idea. Found it!
What's this?
The key to making our way through the herd. If the Kaholosaurs have a keen sense of smell, then even if we try to sneak around and stay out of sight, they'll still notice us once we get close enough. But this plant can help us solve that problem, because its fragrance is very similar to the scent of a Kaholosaur. We can apply the plant's extract to our bodies and trick their sense of smell.
So, we're gonna rub plant juice on ourselves?
Don't worry, it's also good for your skin.
Oh, Paimon feels all wet and slimy. But this actually does smell like a Kaholosaur.
Perfect. Okay, let's try to make our way through again. Be sure to stay out of sight. Follow me and stay close. What's that sound? Careful! Oh, it's just a young Kaholosaur. Don't worry, this little one doesn't pose any danger. How could there be so many here? We can't get through! Oh, I have an idea. Wait here. Come on! Careful! Don't startle them. We must be getting close.
Look, a bunch are gathering around that rock. What are they doing?
Maybe when things start to get boring, they gather together and talk about something fun? Too bad I can't understand what they're saying.
But Paimon thought guides from the people of the springs could understand Koholosaurs.
Sounds like someone has been trying to trick you.
True, they were definitely trying to scam us. Huh? Do you see that on the rock? It looks like some kind of drawing.
I've heard that there is a type of moss that changes color when it reacts to the biological signals released by Koholosaurs. But to trigger that sort of reaction, you'd need a huge number of Koholosaurs. That must be the clue!
Should we take a picture?
Oh, the flash might disturb them. Let me try to copy it down.
So we've passed the first stage of the journey now, right?
I see. Had we chosen to drive the Koholosaurs off, then we never would have found this lead. Seems there was a logical basis for everything you said after all.
Has he always been this way, Miss Karia?
He's just obsessed with his research. That's all.
At least this has shown that my judgment is correct. I've proven my trustworthiness. And so, there should be no need for us to argue next time.
Yes, I understand. And I suppose that'll help us avoid wasting time.
Amani really knows how to lead our group.
Next, we'll need to use the lead we found to uncover our next destination. Now, what does this pattern represent?
Hard to tell. Paimon certainly doesn't have any idea what it's trying to get at.
Aha! I got it! Though the lines are kinda rough, I can still see that they represent the boundaries between the water and the land at Jadeskirt Knoll. We can use this to fill in the hole on the map and find our next destination.
Really? You got all that just from some rough lines?
Well, intuition is also a part of it. Maybe I've just seen too many maps as a guide, and now it's easier for me to pick up on patterns like that. All right, break time is over. Let's get ready to move.